Hello and welcome everyone, finally to a new YouTube video here on my channel. I have to say sorry for having this long break. I was working a lot and then I was like 2 weeks sick. Yeah, so first of all, I was doing the F2K United Invitational. Maybe you heard of it. I was casting that tournament. Many big names were in it, most of all the MPL players, F2K streamers like Krasis, Ashley. Also your favorite YouTuber, Code Go Blue, was in it. I had a blast to cast the tournament, and I'm glad to be back here as well. Have more time for YouTube, got an editor, so you're gonna see a lot of more videos from my side. And today we're gonna talk about Temur Ramp. I got raided by Yellowhead yesterday on the stream, and he presented this deck. As he knows, and you guys know, I love Temur decks. The main idea in this deck is basically just to make sure you have red instead of black. It's the classic Sultai stuff, but we removed some cards. And the reason behind this is our bot swipe has cycling, and our Dragonfire removal spells, they can also hit Planswalker. This is the main idea behind it. Hope you like it. If you like me, again, back on YouTube, feel free to check out my other stuff here on YouTube. Hit the like button on the video, press subscribe, and click on the notification bell. So let's dive into this deck. We're gonna have some stables in the historic format in the Ramp deck. This is the Nissa, 5 mana, 5 loyalty Planeswalker. We double our forests when we use it. We can +1 make a land a 3/3 creature of vigilance, which is huge. And yeah, that's basically all we need. Of course, the -8 is absolutely crazy. You get all your forests out of your library and your lands get indestructible. So yeah, Nissa is stable. Then the other stable is Uro. I mean, I don't even have to say something about that card. I think everyone who watches my videos knows that this card is absolutely busted. 3 mana, 6/6 with recursion, with escape, 4 mana. Comes to play, draw a card, gain 3 life, set an extra land into play. Just absolutely crazy, this card. And the same happens when we attack with it. The other stable we have the Growth Spiral, 2 mana, we draw a card, we can put an extra land into the battlefield, instant, and Explore basically does the same, but it costs a colorless instead of a blue, and it's sorcery speed. Then the next stable card we have to say is Hydroid Krasis, a Simic and X, 0/0, we draw half of X and we gain half of X life, but it gets X counter, so it's a huge flyer, and this combined with Nissa can be really good. So to the new cards here, as I mentioned, we have Scorching Dragonfire, 2 mana removal. We can deal 3 damage to a creature or Planeswalker, which is really huge. And on top of that, we get the Exile effect, which can be really relevant in the current historic format and gets Chant Sacrifice. It's really good. So I really like this card, and it hits all the goblins as well. Then Sweltering Sun, 3 mana. Sweltering Sun deals 3 damage to each creature. I think this is actually a really good board swipe right now, because it hits all the cards you need in goblins as well. And we can cycle it for free to draw another card. Then another red card here is Chandra, Torch of Defiance. +1, exile the top card of your library. You may cast a card. If you don't, Chandra deals 2 damage to your opponent. So it's nice to refill your hand. Usually we have a hand, but we can also +1 and add 2 red, which is also really good. -3, Chandra does 4 damage to a creature. And -7, you get an emblem with whenever you cast a spell, this emblem is 5 damage to any target. I mean, the emblem is basically GG. But overall, good card. We have the One of Teferi here, 4 mana, 3 loyalty. We can use Teferi's ability in opponent's turn as well. +1, draw a card, discard a card. -3, we can face a permanent creature out, which is really nice. And -10, we take 2 extra turn. The main reason of having Planeswalkers here is basically using Growth Spiral turn 2, having a curve in turn 4, which is really nice in this deck. And we also have a One of Tamio, 4 mana, 5 loyalty, +1. We can choose an online card and look at the top cards and reveal them. The 4 cards. If we hit the card, we get it on hand, the rest goes in a graveyard. Fills our graveyard for Uro, and sometimes it's really nice to get cards back as well. Yeah. And also a minor thing, the static spells and abilities your opponent control can't cause you discards or sacrifice permanent. Can be something, works against Thoughtseize. Then we have a One of Narset, 3 mana, 5 loyalty. Also this card is kind of famous. I mean, the Narset, missing a Narset on opponent's side and then just trying to draw happens to everyone. Each opponent can draw more than 1 card each turn. It's the passive. -2, we can check the top 4 cards and take a non-creature land on our hand, yeah. We also run 3 Tails and 2 mana, remove a counter spell, but we can only counter activated abilities, triggered ability, or legendary spell. And I think the legendary spell clause is the most important. It deals with Krenko and Muxus, which is really nice. Sometimes it's also nice to use the activated or triggered ability, but this is the way we have it. So these are the cards we play, and the lands are as followed. Nassif made the lands, and so far I never had a problem with the lands, I have to say. I could see maybe one more land. I think I saw him testing go for 29 lands. Could see that as well, but this is the main deck. Oh, yeah, I have to add one more. Then we go to the sideboard. Sideboard is interesting. There could be more changes here, but we have 2 Essence Scatter. Again, it's good against goblins, good against creature-based decks. Having at least 5 cards to deal with the Muxus is really important. Negate, control matchup, counter-attack, non-creature spell, Ooze, Graveyard Hate. We need some. We don't play cages because we play Urus as well, and the cages sometimes feel kind of awkward right now. Then Narset, Porter of Wales, just to have another card. Usually we use this against Sultai, or if you want to have some cheap draws, it's also good against Auras. Elder Gargroth, this card is really good against the sacrifice decks and just a really power as itself. Vivian Reed, this is a way where how we deal with artifacts or enchantments. We can -3 and destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature flying. Usually it's for the artifacts. +1, we can look at the top 4 cards and reveal a creature or land and put it on our hand. -8, our creature get +2/+2, which lands and trample and indestructible. And overall good cards. It didn't see too much play anymore, but there was a time where we saw play. Then we have 1 commands the end game, 6 mana, this spell can be countered, draw 2 cards. Then amass X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. This is something we definitely bought against the blue-white Osiris control, you see it a lot right now. 4 Shark Typhoon, I mean, don't have to explain it, same, we're gonna board this in against blue-white control. 1 of Carnage Tyrant, I was like, why is that card here? I just assume it's against control. Kind of sweet, it's the spice here, sometimes you want the spice. I probably think he changed that card, but yeah. It's a cool one. And the 1 of Kokla, which is really strong, 6 mana, 6/7/6. When it enters the battle, we can fight, and when we attack with it, we can remove an enchantment or an artifact. So our enchantment removal is basically Kokla and Vivian Reed, and sometimes you manage to do it to Fairy -10, and then just make sure the 9 life stuff goes away. This is a deck. Hopefully you liked the video, and yeah, subscribe, do all the things. Check me out everywhere, and see you in the games. Okay, let's go, guys. Yeah, we definitely start first. Yeah, that's a keep. That's a keep. It's not bad. It's not bad. We got a Uro, we got a Scorching. We have a Krasis here. This is definitely something you want to work with. Yeah, sorry for being still plat. I had so much going on. And for having this late YouTube video again. I got an editor now, so we're gonna have a lot of YouTube videos every day. There's so much going on. I want to announce so many things, but I can't. Hopefully you all watched the F2K tournament, which I was part of, and casting it. It just felt really great to do that. And yeah, let's see how the game goes. We have no idea what's going on yet. I mean, I think this is definitely something we want to play red. Okay, red usually indicates goblin or mono red here. No turn 1 goblin is really fine though. Here we could have shocked it in and Dragonfire Scoop. That's the card we don't care too much. Here we definitely just going for the Uro here. Make sure we get a draw and ramp. This is the one that will give us a blue here, so yeah, we just have to make sure we get rid of Scoop and of a threat, rid of the Muxus and of a threat here. Works well also against Krenko. So this is the card we want to get rid of next turn. We will always get rid of this one, so we can easily do it now. We can either cycle or Tails End here at Crankor. We have 2 cards in the graveyard. With the cycle we have 3, with the counter we have 1 more. Passage goes also in the graveyard. Yeah, This is the situation of this is the situation we're in right now here. Okay, 4 lands. This is where we maybe have to counter Mox. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. If that's the turn, I'm happy. Okay. There's no real threat. Sure, we're on 13, but you know how it is against goblins. Okay. Sadly, we cannot use Krasis here because of the Mox's threat. We can still cycle though. Cycle and Tails End on the Maxus would be like best case scenario, so we can get Uro, get an additional draw, and hope there's no second Maxus or we find an answer to it. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so this will be a cycle right now, pre-combat. Okay, another land, it's not what we were looking for. Just based by this, I'm not even sure if they have a Krenko, but yeah. It's also pretty good. So we can go Uro. We can go Uro plus... Wow, this is a tricky one. Because we can go Uro plus Tails End Up, we can Sweltering Sun plus Tails End Up. We go on 6, go on 9, block if they play it. There are multiple cards that actually are tricky. I think it's a Sweltering Sun plus Tails End Up. It's a close call, I guess. But getting rid of that haste there is huge, I think. And if they go with the Moxus to refill the board, we at least can counter it. Yeah, so it was the right decision. This card is pretty heavy. If they had more cards here. This is where we go for Uro. Uro is just such a powerful card. But hey, what do I say? We pass. We still have our answer for their potential Moxus. Are they good gaming us because they only draw lands? It happens. Well, let's give it back. If you could game me here, feel free to leave the game. Feel free to leave the game. Having Uro here is just huge. Well, that's a Shadow Skull. It's kind of interesting. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can do Krasis for 5. Keep up the Tails Hand. I think drawing 2 here with a 5/5 is definitely the way to go. It's better than just playing Uro. They just draw lands, it's not helping. Yeah, that's also not helping. Okay, we apply some pressure now. That's a pretty good card. That's why you just leave the game. Yeah, we're gonna attack. Okay, we cannot do this. But we can play an Uro here. Because we want to keep our blue here, for sure. Yeah. And that's end turn. Even if they miraculously top deck the Muxus here, it's still a game. Okay. So we know what we're up against. Now we just need to figure out how we board here. Clearly to Essence Scatter, pretty strong here. It's basically the most important one to do. Teferi's probably too slow. Don't need the Narset that much. We keep in the removal. Also, Tamio seems a bit on the slower side. I'd rather have a Gogoroth here. I would do it like this. This seems good to me. We can keep Chandra, even though Chandra is not the best, but it's probably better. It's a close call between Teferi and Chandra, I guess, because Teferi technically gives us 2 filters, while Chandra removes a threat. So it's I don't know here. The reason why Yellow has the free Planswalker there is because if you Growth Spiral into one of the 4 mana Planswalker, it's a pretty decent curve. Okay, we won the first one. Yeah, if we find a blue, it's okay. But we need to find a blue. Okay, no blue. At least you can use Explore without blue. Prospector is definitely the start they want. Having the Scatter is good though. But let's see if they have the perfect curve. Okay, they don't. Well, that's pretty good. Because now land is Muxus, right? Which is not fun. Didn't find the blue, so we have to go for the Explorer. Well, now we need to dodge. Now we need to dodge the Muxus big time. Okay, they have it. Well, they can still whiff. Power of being on the play. Oh wow, that's not a Muxus. Well, Sweltering Sun can be huge if they don't really utilize the Metron here. If they go for the Mux, yeah, that's actually fine. Because I don't think they will sacrifice the Goblin, they will just go for an attack here. Which lines up really well with Sweltering Sun here. So we dodge the Muxus here for now. Okay, this is the problem. If this is not a forest, right? So we cannot use it as a single land for the Nissa here. Scooby-Doo. Here, Chandra is not too bad. Because Chandra stays on board, which is really nice. And we can utilize the ads too for Nissa, keep blue up. Which I really like. Yeah, cards like Lantern, I mean, they work against Uro, but I feel kind of dead here. Okay, we still have our blue up, which is all we need. We only have 1 blue, so we cannot really use the Krasis next turn. I mean, we can with untapping the fell with the Sulfur Fills, so that's okay. Also, +2 is basically draw 1 here, plus 1 and add 2. I'm cool with this, but double Muxus is a thing. I wonder if they go for the double Muxus here. Krasis has to pull something, yeah. Should be at 9-9 here. Finding a blue is actually... Never mind. Okay, we got the second answer now. Pretty important. So we got both answers to the both maxes here, but not having a blue, another blue is kind of awkward. Not gonna lie. So they're all in on maxes here. They're clearly all in on maxes. Interesting that they don't use the lantern there. I'm a bit confused about that one. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, this was game 1, and let's have a look at the next game. We're gonna start first again, sure. That's a hand I keep. I see Exploring Growth Spiral and the Nissa. That makes my heart warm. That's a hand. Now we just need to find lands. That's like our job. We missed the lands. The land here, so what in the world? Okay, well, we need to find land. Well, we don't find land. The hand would have been good. I want to keep this because I can cycle it later on. Okay, found a land. It's hard to say what they play, honestly. I would take a Chandra here, to be fair. It was between Chandra and Teferi, and we dodged 4 cards that are known lands, so... Okay, sorry, I need to read that card. Whenever an opponent draws their first card each turn, if it's not their turn, you create a 1/1 red devil creature. Okay. It's an awkward one. I think we do it like this here. Get rid of it, get free damage here. And I have no idea what this deck is, so just get rid of the threat. Maybe there's something I miss. Never saw that card. Okay, I honestly still don't know what's going on. I know they have Croxa, and they have a lot of discard stuff. Ooze is definitely a card we want to see here. It's probably the most important card. Removal seems decent as well. Getting stuff back is nice too. I kind of like Narset to make sure they don't have the extra draws. But it's hard to get the information of 2 cards, right? I just assume Dragonfire and Sweltering Sun is good. I can see myself going down on Sweltering Sun. Maybe even 2, and that's about it, because I really don't know. Tail Sander will change for an Essence Gather here. Maybe I change 2 for them. Elder Gargrove is not bad either. Could replace one of those. But again, what in the world are they playing? Elder Gargrove could be something, but I think information-wise, we don't know yet too much. I assume they have removal now as well. Yeah, sure. Leyline, okay. And Fosses. Well, that's a start. Okay, so no Uro and no Tamiya for us, so good to know. I want to keep Mass and Scatter here. It's interesting. So Uro now just gain 3 life, draw a card, and have a growth spiral effect. Okay. I think we keep Growth Spiral and Essence Scatter up here. Liliana did not see coming. At least we have a Nissa that can hit. Are we just gonna discard our Uro? Here we're gonna keep the land. Because we have to discard another card, and I'd rather have them discard the land. So, okay, that's fine. Well, that looks fine. Let's see what we get. It's a good one. I want to keep this one, and I need at least a green if they have some sort of board wipe. Which I think is important. Okay. Yeah, I know what you can do. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely annoying. Yeah, I have to end turn here. Oh, it's a close call now, I guess. Oh wow, they didn't. Interesting. How much does it cost? Again. I value Krasis higher than the Essence Scatter here for sure. I don't think I need this. Is this good enough? Because I know they play Crocs on next turn. Yeah, it's a risky one, but I go for it. Let's see how to handle the situation here. So, I think it's correct to do this. we got an ultimatum with Nissa if you want to. I mean, we have to discard our Ura here. Why are they not doing the Ghost Quarter thing? Do I miss something? If I miss something, yeah, let me know, guys. Because now the game looks really good. Okay. Interesting. They can also do it that way, but that's awkward that they use the castle there. I have enough lands to double block. So we just go in with Krasis. Minusing here is also not too bad, to be honest. Yeah, I think we do it. Indestructible lands is just way too good here. So it makes their attack even worse. And go in. Say hi. We still have the ability to scry. There are not many lands in the deck anymore. Looks decent. I mean, there's a single Croxa and 3 lands. Well, we have like a bazillion of lands. Both are not what we want. Could upkeep scry here, but yeah, that seems good. Indestructible lands is just not easy to deal with. They have to block again. Go on 1. And turn. There's literally no way we lose this here. I mean, there has to be a lot of combination of cards, I think. But yeah. Was also a good game, and let's go to the next one. Okay, let's see. So this time we don't start. We have to mulligan this. This is definitely not a hand we can keep. I mean, I like, as much as I like Rose Spiral, I have to say no. Well, I still like Rose Spiral. Let's go for the mountain. Stomping Ground, Falls, Spiral. Oh, double mulligan. Aggressive. An aggressive one. Okay, it's the combo, huh? Temur combo. We can counter an activated ability with Tail's End, and we have removal. Shocking in just indicates to me that they maybe want to refresh their hand. Yep. I'm not too experienced to play against this deck. I clearly know it, and post-board they have a tricky thing going on. Okay, so you pass. Opt. Opt is always funny to see. Top, that's bad. Probably a piece. Or not opt. But they shocked this in, so I just assume they have both opts on their hand, so I guess it has to be a piece here. This is where I could already win. Getting blue, cycle. Could have done the other way around to fill the land out first. opponent. So it's a slow one there. I'm not sure what type of counter spell they play main, to be fair. If there is any counter spell, I literally don't know. I wanna do this, so we threat blue. Here we do a little bit slower, so they get the fear of us having a counter. Shelly we cannot see. Shock. Okay, should we play Chandra into Krasis, or should we choose Krasis? That's a close one. So this is 6, 8. Which is 6 draws. Yeah, 3 draws. I think we do it like this, and then we attack with both. Still not easy. Good event for Chandra and get rid of the wall there as well. Okay. I mean, there's still the combo threat, right? Still exists. I mean, we still have a decent board though. It's fine. 2 cards, so 1 card in the hand is good. That's fine. Sure. That's a lot of walls. Okay, so we're gonna start cycling here. Okay. Going to do this with an Ura here. Still need to find some cards. Not optimal. I mean, we don't need those cards actually, but we... Yeah, we're gonna go for the Narset here. I wish I had Narset early, obviously, but we can still untap the island. Counters would be really good. Well, that's a yikes. That's my bad. So we put them down on 3, so now they have to win, or it's over. but they could do it. That's fine. Okay. I mean, they can play their stuff, but the question is, can they win? Sure, keep going. You can do what you have to do. We still have a Dragonfire. They had to go for the all-in here. There we go. Okay. This is where I use the Dragonfire. They had the Pact, that's pretty good. Okay, they may have it here. They had the Pact, huh? They probably have it. Not enough life, huh? It's a close one, though. It was a close one. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with the Krasis there. But I mean, the math is tricky in this one. They had the combo, though. Okay. This is a lot of negates here. It's tricky, probably like this. Didn't like Sweltering Sun at all. Well, I like this way more. All the counters in. Temur combo is always tricky, especially not too much equipped against it. But if I didn't attack with the Krasis there, I think I would have done it. But yeah, I didn't do the optimal math. Didn't do the perfect math. The pacts are always really annoying. Okay, please don't let me down, lands. Please. If we miss a land here, it's huge. Huge. Deck. Well, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes you cannot have everything. I mean, at least we have a full house if we remove the Essence Scatter. I still think it's a keep with Uro, Counter, and an Explore. Well, still a cool game though. Maybe they also screw. Never mind. Yay. I mean, we have to go for it. They could have the combo in hand, but if we miss too many lands, Jesus. It's a lot of lands we miss here. Show it. Yep. Well, sometimes here we could have waited, but then again, we're just playing the losing side, so... Well, those games were definitely crazy. I have to say, I like the deck. It's really hard for me to tune the sideboard. I got this deck from Yellowhead, and so far I think I only lost one. I'm 7 wins and 1 loss with the deck against the Temur combo. I like the idea of removing black for red. there is maybe some improvement here. I think it's a good deck. I think this deck is definitely also the tier 2, tier 1 region. I would have to test it more. But so far, I cannot tell what I would change. Historic is such a wide field that it's kind of tricky to say what is the best sideboard card right now. Overall, I like it. I could see some wilts in the sideboard for Carnage Tyrant. Still like the card though. It's the spice he added. I like it. Vivian Reed and Kogla have been really good offline as well when I was streaming. It's something you need against like 9 lives. But overall, I like the deck and I hope you like it too. If you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification button. Also, you find me on Twitch, DanyTLaw, or on Twitter, DanyTLawG. I'm an F2K member. I casted a big F2K tournament. This is why I had a bit of a break on YouTube, but I'm back now and I hope you're all gonna like it. See you guys.